Today I'm going to show you how to create a contest on How the Market Works. Once you've logged into your account, go under the Contest tab at the top of the page and click Create Your Own Contest. Creating your contest is simple. It'll automatically fill this field for you where you create your contest. All you need to do is enter a contest name. Select the group type. This gives us some idea of who's actually using the system. The expected number of users is because a lot of times people work in teams, and we like to get an idea of actually how many people are using it, not just how many teams are involved. This description can be used to tell people exactly what this contest is and how to find it. Down here you can set all of your different trading rules for your own customized contest. You can even select your different currency. We currently only support trading United States and Canadian stocks, but you can have your portfolio in any one of almost 40 different currencies. That way, if you're trying to teach something with a social studies class and you want to see how different currencies and exchange rates affect any investment, you can put in any currency you want, and your students will see their returns are affected not just by the stock prices, but the exchange rates as well. The cash balance is how much everyone in your contest will start with when they join your contest. The registration dates mean that registration will open for this contest on this date, by default is today, and it ends on this date, which is default the same day as the contest ends, which is going to be 3 months in the future. You can set this to be any date you want. For example, if you want to have only a specific window where people are allowed to join, you can set it like this. Some teachers have it set up that the registration dates are strictly before the trading start dates. That means everyone who is in the contest is in it from day one. The trading end dates can be any time period you want, up to 10, 15 years, anything you wish you can set it. By default, it's 3 months in the future. A public or private contest determines who can join your contests. A public contest, anyone who clicks the join button will be able to join. With a private contest, you'll have to input a password. It can be any number of characters you want, but someone will need to know the password in order to join your contest. The minimum price for buying is if you want to prevent people from trading things like penny stocks, which are very volatile and really not a very good investment. You can set this as low as 1 cent if you want pretty much everything to be able to be traded. Shorting is the same idea. If you think people are going to be trying to short penny stocks to make a big quick buck, you can set a minimum price for shorting. By default it's $3, which you think is a pretty good place to start with. Buying on margin means that once you've exhausted your cash, you'll automatically take out a loan based on your current portfolio value and continue to be able to buy more stocks. You'll be charged an interest rate on the money that you borrow, which you'll be able to set, which by default is 8%. Allow short selling is whether or not you want to allow your contest participants to short sell at all. You can set this to no to make it so they can only do buys and sells. Day trading is whether or not you want to allow someone to buy and sell one stock within the same day. If this is disabled, once someone has bought a stock, they will not be able to sell it until the next day. And if they've sold a stock, they won't be able to buy it again until the next day. This will allow types of securities people can trade. U.S. stocks and ETFs are the most common things that are traded. Next to that, it's U.S. mutual funds. OTCBB stocks are mostly penny stocks that are not traded in the regular exchanges. You can enable these if you want to, but it's almost always garbage, like penny stocks that are of shell companies that went bankrupt years ago and things like that. So by default, we leave this turned off. Toronto stocks are stocks trading on the Canadian Stock Exchange. By default, we have this disabled because most teachers just want their students to be trading in the United States, but you can enable it if you want them to get an experience trading Canadian stocks as well. The commission cost is $10 by default, but you can set this to anything you want. If you want everyone to trade commission free, you're free to set this to $0. It's the same thing for mutual funds. If you want to encourage your students to trade a lot, you can have very low commission costs. If you want them to trade very little and do a more buy-hold strategy, you can set this very high, something like $50. The position limit determines how many of one particular stock a student can own. With a 100% position limit, it allows them to have 100% of their current portfolio value invested in one stock. If you set this lower to something like 25%, they'll only be able to invest 25% in any one stock at any one time. This is very good if you want to teach people about diversification, how they shouldn't put all of their eggs in one basket. And of course, portfolio resets is if you're just doing this for fun, you want everyone to be able to reset their portfolio when they want to, Select yes, and they'll be able to reset their portfolio, which will clear out all of their stocks and bring them right back to their starting cash balance. Once you have your settings the way you like them, click Create Your Own Contest Now, and your contest will be created. There's 2 different ways for people to register into your contest. The quickest and easiest way is to give them this link here. If they click this link and they're not currently logged in, it'll take them to the registration page for the site with your contest automatically loaded in, so as soon as they register, they'll be in your class without having to do anything else. Another option is just by having this contest name, they'll be able to find it by clicking the Join Contest button at the top of the page here. This is useful if it's a public contest, especially where you want to be having most of the participants people who have already traded on the system and already have their own account. If you have any other questions about creating your own contest, make sure you contact us in the About section on the right hand side of the page.